Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a new reading wrap up from the month of October right now. And it's a bit late, like the last one as well. Sorry for that. But the first book was Convenience Store Woman. It's a very short book, but it's so relatable. And it was actually painfully relatable, like sometimes relatable is fun to relate to a book. um, but this was painfully, but it's definitely some book that I would recommend. I gave it 4 stars. I forgot to like put the star stickers in this video, but I'm just gonna say it. So that one is definitely a 4 star. Um, and as I said, it's short, but I also listened to the audiobook, and the audiobook included the what is it called? The like this paper that the author wrote before she wrote the book, where the book is based on. And it wasn't my physical copy, so I just printed it out from the internet and stuck it into the book itself, because the last few pages in the book are always blank, so I just stuck it in there. But yeah, here is you can see like the review spread. I decided to do it on a one page. um but because of that, the review was printed off a very small font letter type. Okay, I don't know if that made sense, but anyway, let's go to the second book. The second book was the last book in a series. Well, last full book, because there's also a novella, but it was Nightfall. It's from a dark romance series, the Devil's Night series, and I really wanted to get to this book in the month of October because, as you guys know who read this series, Devil's Night lands on the 30th of October, the night before Halloween. And I was the most excited for this book in the whole series, even before I started it, because just like the characters and stuff like that made me excited, but it actually was a bit disappointing. I think I would have liked it more if I did not know anything about it, but it's definitely not my favorite in the series, but I thought it would be my favorite. But my favorite is definitely the second one of Kai and Banks. So that's Hideaway. And I'm definitely rereading that one soon, maybe next year. Next one is Wild Reverence, and oh my god, guys, this book was perfect to me. Is it perfect for anyone else? Probably not, but it was perfect to me. And at the time, it felt like this was my most favorite book of the whole year. And when I think about it, it's probably not my favorite book of the year, but definitely equally favorite as other favorites. Um, but yeah, I love this book so much, and it is the prequel to the Divine Rivals duology, but you can definitely read it just as a standalone without having read the Divine Rivals duology, because only the epilogue would make more sense of Wild Reverence if you've read like Divine Rivals. But for the rest, it's like a story on its own, and it was so good it made me almost cry. So yeah, that's always a good sign. And for this review spread, I really wanted to like make something beautiful because it's like my favorite book of the month, and maybe of the whole year. And always when I want to make a beautiful spread, it stresses me out, as you guys know. But I'm actually really happy with how the spread turned out. And yeah, I'm obviously making two flaps again because I'm the flap queen, always making flaps in my journal. And also, it doesn't really matter me using the pages in the back of the journal because this journal has like 190 pages. So T4C is really cool in that, because other journals have less pages. So you need to like be careful that you don't use too much, that you have enough. But I have enough. I still have like 70 pages left for only November and December. So I'm definitely gonna make it. So yeah. Also, if you want a tutorial of how I make these spreads on Canva and print them out, I made one separate video, which was on how I made the review spread for The Queen's Rising, and which is funny enough by the same author of Wild Reverence. And I also made like just a little make with me, I guess, in my reading wrap up of August, where you can see me making the review spread for Cersei. Also, if you're wondering why you didn't get to see the Nightfall um, review spread make with me, thingy yet. It is because I made it together with another review, because it's like on the same page, because it's, let's just spoil it for a bit, but it's the novella, and I decided to put them both on the same spread because I think it would just look better, and you're gonna see it after I filled in the begin spreads of my journal of the novella as well. And that's literally after Wild Reverence, so it will come soon, so don't worry. Guys, and I also might be biased, but every spread in my journal that is green, and especially with like olive green shade, is my favorite spread. Like, I just love that color so much that every spread that I make with that color is automatically in one of like my top 10 favorite spreads, and Wild Reference is definitely one of those. So yeah, and also you will see this at the end of the video in the flip through, but I didn't film my October setup because I just did not have the time, and I literally made the October setup spreads in on the 30th of October. Yes, literally the day before I went on a little trip to Scotland. So I didn't have time to film it, but you will see it at the end with the flip through, because I'm just gonna like flip through October as well. But it's like only 3 pages because I just did not have any motivation to do more. But I'm still very happy with how it turned out. It's like black with gold, but you will see it later. also a fun little fact in between, but the stickers from Paper Monogatari that I'm using right now, I literally bought them like months ago to use for my October setup, and then I totally forgot about them. And I actually felt so disappointing in myself. But then I was like, wait, there's still like a lot of space left on this spread. So I literally used like this whole sticker sheet. Well, not all of the stickers, but like most of the star thingies on this spread, because this book also has a lot to do with stars and like constellations. So I was like, perfect, perfect for this book. And I'm actually happy because I love that this is like light and darker things. Like um I just love that there's like black accents, but you will see it later because there's lots of decoration that I put on this spread, much more than I did on my other spreads. So yeah, but I am happy because it's a long time ago that I used like stickers for review spread and not just printed off from Pinterest. I think the only thing I'm not really happy with, but it doesn't mind to me, um, but the fan art I used of the characters on the left bottom corner, uh, it wasn't uploaded by the artist online yet. So I literally, because I have the book physically, so I just literally took a picture with my phone itself, but it's like going over, like the end pages is like going over. So you see like a little split, so you can see in her cape a little line that I can't really delete or something. Um, but the art is by Pelin Art on Instagram if you guys want to know. She makes amazing art. Um, but yeah, and also the coloring is not as I had hoped it would be because everything is, as I said, a bit darker, and that one is like washed away. Like it feels washed away. I don't know how else to explain it, but yeah. So that's a bit sad, but I'm still very happy with how the spread turned out. The next book, as I already said, is the very last book in the Devil's Night series, but it's like a very short one. It's a novella. But yeah, and it was definitely the best way to like end the series. I wish there was like a next series of like the next generation, like of their children, because I think this was a really like well done beginning of that, because it got talked lots about Madden and the other children. And I'm also very happy that the author represented like Asperger's, because Madden has like Asperger's, and I think people can relate to him a lot because of that. But yeah, he also said some things that was really well said, and like things I would never like. I feel it, but I don't know how to put it in words, and the author did that, so that's very exciting. And now you're gonna see the review spread and also of Nightfall, because as I already said, it's on the same page. Um, and yeah, this one is very different from my other review spreads, but I'm so happy with how it turned out because it's different and I like some different things in my journal from time to time. So yeah, you will see, just enjoy the process. It's very black. Because yeah, the series is just, it's giving black vibes. Oh, by the way, I think I forgot to tell you guys, but so Convenience Store Woman was 4 stars, while Reverence 5 stars, Nightfall 3.75 stars, and Fire Night as well 3.75 stars. The next book was Stone Blind, and while consuming the book, I thought it was pretty mid, but after going through my annotations again and just thinking about it, it was actually a very good book. And especially if you don't know like the story of Medusa yet, this is a very good book to like get to know it. But I already know most of it, so I like obviously nothing came as a surprise. But it is also a very sad story, obviously, because it's literally from Medusa being born to her death, basically. Um, but yeah, it was very good, and the hate in me got to the top. Like it got out of me for many characters in this book. But yeah, and it also I think it was like not mid to me in the beginning, as I said, but it was sometimes too many point of views because this book has many point of views, but then in the end it all like came together. And there's especially this one chapter where like the snakes on her head have like a point of view, and each snake is like a name and they're like talking to each other, and that's like something I haven't seen in a different book before, so that was really interesting. like just everything that could have a point of view had like a point of view, which was in the beginning, as I said, a bit too much for me, but then in the end I really appreciated it. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this book. The next one is a short book again. It's literally a short story, but the physical copy of the book is so cute. Like it's so small, and like I knew it was gonna be thin, but it's also like in height very small, and it's just the cutest book in my collection. Um, and of this story, I actually didn't know the original story, so the story itself wasn't really that awesome to me or something. But then the afterword I also consumed, and it really made me appreciate the story more because of how the author, by the way, it's the same author from The Song of Achilles and Circe, and the afterword made me appreciate the story more, especially with how she explained like the original story and how the woman in this story doesn't even have a name, but she made her have a name and stuff, and how she like explained that people all have like different um visions with how this like what this story is supposed to tell, and then she's like telling her thoughts. And I actually really like this afterward, maybe even more than the story. um but yeah, I definitely recommend like reading the afterword if you don't know like the original story of Galatea. So yeah, and it's also really short, so it's like 50 pages or something, I think even less. Also, this is like on the other side of the first book that we did this month, and I decided to like make it flow over into the left page. Like as you can see at the top, I like put it underneath like the title of the convenience store woman, and at the bottom I'm also gonna do something like pretty much the same, but then on top of it. And I think it just makes it a bit even better because it's still like very different because you can see like orange is one book and then blue is one book, but it also like makes one whole spread in a way. And then we've arrived at the last book of the month of October, which was the Iliad, and it's actually the longest book that I ever consumed, and it's also a very old book. So the oldest book, I think it's also classified as a classic. Um, but yeah, so this was like very big deal for me, because yeah. And to be honest, I think if you've like read the Song of Achilles, you don't need to read the Iliad because it's pretty much the same. Like when you read the Song of Achilles, you basically already know everything what's gonna happen in the Iliad. It's basically like 800 pages of men fighting slash waiting to fight. And I need to be honest, it was quite boring, but it like I didn't have like expectations of it not to be boring, you know? Um, but it's basically all men children fighting over dumb stuff, let's be honest. But like there were also so many characters and first I was like, whoa, my head is frying off. But then from because this book is not like uh put up in chapters but in books. So I think from book 16 it got more exciting for me. But for example, book 5 really fried my brains off and I had like a headache and stuff. But yeah, for the rest, like I did not care about any of these characters except Patroclus. Like so yeah. So I also didn't really had an idea for like the review spreads, only to include like the statue of Menelaus like holding the body of Patroclus. Um and like Achilles riding around with Hector, his dead body, because that's just iconic. I don't even know if that painting on the left corner is like the real thing of Achilles and Hector, but let's just imagine if it's not okay. Like, let's just imagine. Okay, and we have arrived at the flip through. As I said, I will also show you guys the October begin spreads. But yeah, enjoy and bye.